When I think about Onpassive being in a league of their own, I talk to Marty on a regular basis, as all of you know, and I know Marty has the same situation that I have.
Ah, yes, the situation of being a part of a scam MLM that has no products to sell. Hello, everyone, and how are you all doing today? I hope that you're all doing very, very well. Happy Onpassive week. Yes, we are going to make this week all about Onpassive. We are on the last day of the month, and I'm going to be reacting randomly to a bunch of the videos and streams and whatnot throughout this whole week because the clock is ticking. They were supposed to have 9 products out today, and they so far have nothing. So without further ado, let's just roll the intro, and of course we are reacting to Mr. Ellis today.
How do you determine the league that Onpassive is in?
Oh, this company's in its own league, all right.
You follow the money. And what does that mean? Almost on a weekly basis, I have individuals contacting me, and I know Marty has the same thing, and I'm sure there are other founders that are experiencing this same phenomena. I have individuals contacted me, and these are multi-million-dollar companies.
Who else does not believe that any multi-million-dollar companies would ever be interested in Onpassive? Please leave me a comment down below.
And billion-dollar companies.
Well, if I don't believe in million-dollar companies, guess what?
Now get that. And why are they contacting myself and Marty and some other founders? They want to get in front of Ash Mufareh.
I don't think anyone wants to get in front of Ash Mufareh unless it's to yell at him for scamming them and get a refund.
These individuals are very, very smart. They know what's happening in the market, and they've seen Onpassive. And when you follow the money and you see the money rushing into Onpassive, wanting to get a piece of it.
Excuse me, Mike, what money would this be? Because nobody's making money with this company yet. There's no products to sell. There's no services to sell. Oh, never mind. You mean the money that you guys have ripped off of people, the $97 to become an O founder. Gotcha.
And it's not that they're doing poorly. It's not that they're not making money. These are big hitters. They're making a ton of money.
Yeah, I'm sure Bill Gates is on the phone with you right now asking you how to get in on Doodle.
They want more. And they see that Onpassive is the place where more is going to be.
More scams?
Oliver talked about traffic earlier. And again, these individuals see what's happening.
Which is a whole lot of nothing.
When you look at the traffic sources that Ash Mufareh is bringing to the table, and how this is evolving. Number one, Onpassive has the best traffic sources in the world. They're not secondhand. These are the best traffic sources in the world. Ash Mufareh is working with individuals that he's known for decades.
Let's talk about that for a moment. So Mike here says that Ash Mufareh has known these people, these IT techs, if you will, for decades. Now, usually you would hear that and you would think that that's fine. However, those who have been following this with me know that Ash Mufareh, unfortunately, has a very long history of scams, where he even opened up his own scam called AshMax. So when I hear that, I think, and I'm sure my subscribers would agree with me, we go, oh great, so he met them at one of his last scams? Wonderful.
and they know how to drive traffic. Marty and I were talking about it the other day, and we were talking and we're saying, just look what we could have done if we had that traffic source. And of course, we laughed at each other because there's no way we could get that traffic source, because you would have to pay millions of dollars a month just to get in front of these traffic sources.
You want us to believe that Ash paid millions of dollars for this? Well, if he did, he took it from the backs of the O founders who paid $97 to join and then are still waiting with nothing happening.
Well, this is what Ash Mufareh has. This is what other people are seeing. And this is before OnPassive goes viral and we become the traffic source, as Oliver said.
Oh, Oliver said it, so it must be true. Who the hell's Oliver?
But when you follow the money's coming into OnPassive.
The money's coming into OnPassive.
The money's coming into OnPassive. They want a piece of OnPassive. Now, we don't put anybody in front of Mr. Mufareh right now. He doesn't need any help. He doesn't need any money. And over time, these individuals might be able to get in front of Ash Mufareh. And I say might. And again, these are very, very big hitters, guys. It shows you where OnPassive is, how big OnPassive is. And we as founders are not the only ones that see it.
Remember, this company has done nothing besides have webinars, talk, and take people's money and make them wait. No big hitters are going to go to a company that has yet to release their products to get any kind of advice. This is the dumbest thing I've ever heard, Mike.
These guys are coming in. They see what's happening with OnPassive. Are we in a league of our own? Absolutely. No doubt about it.
Yes, I can see Ash now going, "There's no crying and scamming!"
And the world is starting to recognize that, and they want in. They want a piece, but they can't get it.
I'm good. What about you?
Because Ash Mufareh, his loyalty is to you and I as founders. We as founders are in a league of our own.
There's no crying and scamming!
And as Vincent talked about, as Oliver talked about, nobody comes into OnPassive right now unless they come through us.
Technically, won't that always be the case, even after they end up releasing products, if it ever happens, and then they have the monthly fee? It's an MLM, so they'll be constantly recruiting, and the only way for them to have customers is if the customers go through them. Mike, what are you talking about right now?
Understand that. As a founding member, nobody comes into OnPassive right now unless they come through the founding members, you and I. We are in a league of our own.
There's no crying and scamming!
This has never been done before. Oliver talked about it. OnPassive is unprecedented. That individuals, just average individuals like you and I, and by the way, I don't think anybody OnPassive is average and ordinary. I think we're above average by far.
I'll just shut up.
But we're able to come in, participate with OnPassive, and what Mr. Mufareh has done has put us, we are the stalwart. We are the wall. No one comes through that wall unless we give them permission to come through that wall.
Why do they think that they own the internet and technology? It's so weird.
And that includes the big hitters. It includes customers. It includes resellers. It includes everything. Everybody comes through OnPassive. Not OnPassive, but the founding members of OnPassive.
Yeah, but what are they coming for if you still haven't released any products yet, Mike?
When you start to understand the situation you're in, when you start to understand Oliver, when you start to understand Vincent and Lynn.
The situation of being in a company that has no products and takes everyone money because it's a scam? You mean that one?
You start to understand how powerful a position that we're all in as we look at OnPassive and what Mr. Mufareh has done for all of us. And then I absolutely love to follow the money and see the money start coming into OnPassive and hitting that wall. They can't come in. They can't even get in front of Mr. Mufara right now. Very, very rarely do Marty and I put anybody in front of Mr. Mufara.
Are they like his personal secretaries? I don't understand.
Very, very rarely. It has to be a really special situation for us to do it. And I think other founders, they're in the same position.
So wait, you guys are all his personal secretary? The other thing I just want to point out is they think that they're going to sign up the entire world to this company. So how are they picking and choosing when they want to get everyone? I'm just so many questions. I'm wondering.
We just don't do that. We know that Mr. Mufara has all of this under control. We know that Onpassive today, it really is unlimited. And when you start to think about how unlimited Onpassive is, where we're going, what we're doing, and you start to think about being in a league of our own.
There's no crying and scamming!
It's so easy. It's so easy to visualize that. And when you think about how many victories we're going to have moving forward as we go into the product launch to the global market. And beyond, and beyond, and beyond, and beyond, the victories that are going to be coming into Onpassive is going to be, it's going to be terrific. And each one of those victories, you and I, as founding members, we get to participate in that.
There's no crying and scamming! So everyone, that was Mike Ellis's update from yesterday, and that's the end of it. It just cuts off there, and he thanks everyone for watching. Not really sure what he was going to say after that. I was hoping he would announce when the products were coming out since it's the end of the month, Mike! But that did not happen, of course. They seem to be not mentioning this whatsoever as I'm going through all of these videos now. And the idea that there are people out there, these big hitters, as he says, that are interested in this company is completely laughable, especially without these products. Let me know down below what you guys think is going to happen next with this thing, or what you think Mike Ellis's next update will be. I hope that you guys enjoyed this. Please do all those YouTube things like, share, sub, members, you know, the drill. And no matter where you are, what you're doing, I hope that you all have a fabulous, fabulous day. Take care, and I'm going to see you real soon with another Onpassive video. Mwah. Bye!
This is
There's no crying and scamming!